Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this young man that is redefining the term not too young to lead is shaping the landscape of science, technology, and engineering in Nigeria, inspiring future generation of entrepreneurs and the youth at large. With a background in data science, business and information technology, and also a proud member of the Global Shapers Community of the World Economic Forum, M.O. Ibrahim Team B, amongst others. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, join me in giving a reverberating applause to the Executive Vice Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, none other than the man of the moment, Mr. Khalil Suleiman Halilu, as he comes for his welcome address. Please, let's keep clapping for this young man who is redefining the engineering and science technological landscape of Nigeria. I yield the mic, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Blessing. Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Chairman, Board of NASENI, my President, my boss, and my mentor, ably represented by the President of the Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, my other boss, the SGF, ably represented by Dr. Morris, the PAMSEC General Service of the SGF Office, Honorable Minister of Information, Honorable Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Uche Naji, Chairman, Senate Committee on NASENI, Chairman, House Committee on NASENI, my two chairmen, the IG of Police, ably represented by AIG Yusuf Usman, the CEO of PCING, as well as SA to the President on Energy, our partners, Folajimi Mohammed of Portland Gas, Jackie, MD Kia Nigeria Limited. First of all, let me start by welcoming you all to this event, the Commissioner of All-in-One CNG, Compressed Natural Gas, Reverse Engineering, Training, Conversion, and Filling Facility, built by NASENI in partnership with the private sector. The choice of this location is strategic. As you know, Utako is a transport hub of the Federal Capital Territory, connecting it to the rest of Nigeria. From here to the heart of Nigeria, we intend to expand our operations to other parts of the country. As you might already be aware, NASENI is truly a national institution, possessing 10 development institutes across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our operating principles at NASENI are captured by what we call the Triple C: creation, collaboration, and commercialization. We create by collaborating, and we seek to ensure full commercialization of everything that we create. We are building a recognizable national brand that will make itself felt in every lives of Nigerians. Products that will bring down the cost of living, improve the quality of life, promote efficiency, and amplify national pride. The CNG Center has been developed in partnership with Portland and Kia, demonstrating NASENI's collaborative approach, as well as our readiness to leverage existing infrastructure to achieve our mandates. Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at NASENI, we are driven by a desire to conserve resources, avoid duplication of effort, and shorten the time that it takes from product conception to market. What this means is that whenever we find a serious partner who are already operating in areas of our interest, we will work and synergize with them to deliver products and projects that are market ready. As a government agency, we are not out to compete with private sector. Inside, we hear partners and enablers. helping with everything from research to design to testing to scaling up production capacity and seeking out new markets and customers. This is what we have just accomplished here with this state-of-the-art center commissioned today. This facility can convert 15 cars every 2 hours, translating into an output of 2,700 conversions every month. Mr. President, by our calculations, if you have 10 of these centers in every state in Nigeria, including the FCT, we should be able to close our CNG gap in just 1 year. The reverse engineering that will be done here will depend as much as possible on locally sourced components. Our goal is always to minimize capital flights, conserve foreign exchange, grow the local production economy, and create sustainable jobs and skills for Nigerians. I am proud to say that these are still early days for us at NASENI. They are much more than we are working on and will be rolling out in the few months ahead, in line with our strategic launchpad as well as Mr. President's renewed hope agenda. Welcome to the new NASENI. With this new center, NASENI is very well positioned to meet the demand for CNG-powered vehicles and CNG generators in Nigeria. Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to seize this opportunity to make 3 irresistible offers. First, Mr. President, we wish to convert all the vehicles in State House as well as the Senate and House of Rep fleets to CNG. We are asking for your approval to do this and showcase our capabilities. Secondly, we are offering to carry out CNG conversion for all ministries, departments, and agencies at cost. Third, this is specifically to 2 parties, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, as well as the Senate House and the House of Representatives, the House. Following the Federal Executive Council award of contract for provision of street lights and solar-powered CNG backup generators on the Bill Clinton Drive, the road leading to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, we are willing to make available our CNG generators for this lighting project as a test run. And we are hoping that you are happy with them and you come back to not only buy our CNG generators, but as well as street lights that we know every senator and every House of Rep member buys. So we hope you patronize the NASENI street lights. Of course, I can't complete this speech without thanking my team at NASENI that have been very supportive. We've done a lot in 3 years. In 6 months. It feels like 3 years already. And of course our partners, Portland Gas, Kia, the Senate, the House, Mr. President, they've been very, very supportive. It's not the same Senate that I've heard of, you know. We've received very, very warm reception, and they've always put us at the edge to deliver more. So indeed, NASENI is serious and ready and capable of enabling industrialization of Nigeria. We have kickstarted that journey under a leadership, and there will be no looking back. The new NASENI is here to stay, and I thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the tower. Thank you very much.
Let's put our hands together one more time for the EBC and CEO. Thank you for what you have done in 6 months, repositioning, rebranding. We thank you. Somebody once said that technology makes what seems impossible very possible. And I also understand that NASENI is patterned along the lines of what happens in Indonesia, in Malaysia and Thailand. And so what you're doing with your wonderful team is to make NASENI globally competitive. We'll adjust the program a little bit and have good messages from about 4 people, and then His Excellency the President of the Senate will speak to us, and then we'll go on the unveiling. And so I will kick off the good messages with the Honorable Minister for Science and Innovation for just 2 or 3 minutes. Honorable Minister for Science and Innovation, I'd like to welcome Chief Uche Nnaji.
Thank you, MC. Mr. President of the Senate, our dear Dr. Goswell Abayo, good morning. I plead to stand on the existing protocol already established by our dear EVC, NASENI. Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. I am delighted to address you today at the official commissioning of NASENI all-in-one compressed natural gas, reverse engineering, training, filling and conversion center. This event marks a significant milestone in our nation's journey towards technological advancement and sustainable development. Since its establishment in 1992, NASENI has been at the forefront of creating a knowledge-driven environment that fosters the advancement of science and engineering. The launch of this state-of-the-art CNG center is a testimony of NASENI's ongoing commitment to these goals. It aligns perfectly with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, which emphasizes the critical role of science, technology, and innovation in Nigeria's growth and repositioning. The NASENI CNG Center is designed to be a hub for comprehensive training on the safe and efficient use of CNG technology. It will serve as a valuable resource for industry professionals, government officials, and the general public. By promoting the adoption of CNG as a clean and sustainable transportation fuel, this center supports our national objectives of reducing carbon emissions, enhancing energy security, and fostering economic diversification. The Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology is committed to supporting initiatives that drive technological innovation and industrial development. The CNG project exemplifies how we can leverage advanced technologies to address pressing environmental and economic challenges. This center will not only provide training and technical support, but will also contribute significantly to the local economy by creating jobs and enhancing skill development. As we celebrate the commissioning of this remarkable facility, I want to acknowledge the vision and leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, whose support for science, technology, and innovation in Nigeria has been unwavering. His directives to ensure that the outcomes of research and development enrich our national policies are instrumental in driving our progress. I also commend the Executive Vice Chairman NASENI, Mr. Khalil Suleiman Halilu, and his dedicated team for their hard work and dedication in bringing this project to fruition. Your efforts in providing innovation and innovative and practical solutions to our technological challenges are highly appreciated. To our trainees and all those who benefit from this center, I urge you to take full advantage of the opportunities it offers. Your participation and commitment will be crucial in advancing Nigeria's technological capacities and achieving our national development goals. In conclusion, this commissioning ceremony marks the beginning of a new chapter in our quest for sustainable development through innovation. I encourage everyone to support and utilize this center to its fullest potential. Together, we can build a brighter future for Nigeria, driven by science, technology, and innovation. Thank you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
God bless you, Honorable Minister. We thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome here the Honorable Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris Malagi, for his own short comment. I welcome you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Your Excellency, our very uncommon Senate President, the representative of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Permanent Secretary, General Services, Dr. Mberi, my colleagues in the Cabinet, let me abridge the protocol. I'm not a scientist, but of course I can communicate science. My role here is to let Nigerians know that what is happening here today is actually a fulfillment of so many promises. The first one is that the President said he's going to give opportunity to young people to participate in governance of this country. So the appointment of the Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of NASENI is in fulfillment of that, and we are proud that he is indeed representing the young people here very well. The fact that you have a young man like the Executive Vice Chairman sitting on the right-hand side of the President of the Senate of the Federation is a testimony to that. Second, let me say that this is also a fulfillment of another very big promise that the President has made. Recall that in October of last year, Mr. President made a commitment to Nigerians through the Nigerian Labour Congress that as part of the measures that the federal government is going to put in place to cushion the effect of whatever hardship there was as a result of the removal of fuel subsidy, that the federal government was going to commit money and effort in ensuring that the cost of transportation especially is reduced. Now, the federal government approved an initial sum of 100 billion naira for the take-up of the CNG initiative. That money was meant to purchase buses, provide conversion centers, and also put in place some conversion kits to enable Nigerians realize that. So what NASENI is doing here today is actually deepening that initiative of the President to ensure that indeed cost of transportation is brought down to the barest minimum. We all know that the transition that all of us are craving for from the fossil fuel to renewable energy is also being demonstrated here today. And I'm glad that the Executive Vice Chairman has thrown up a challenge to the entire executive and to the other arms of government by ensuring that they will do this conversion not just for the executive but also for members of the National Assembly at cost. I'm sure you heard that, Your Excellency, the Senate President. He said at cost. Now that means it's not entirely free, but of course it's also not going to make you to pay so much for it. Now the President is walking his talk all the time, and that is why he has insisted that whatever promise he has made to Nigerians, those promises will be kept. What we tell Nigerians is that at all times, some of these measures take a little more time for fruition, or for it to come to fruition. So we want to call on all Nigerians to see the example of NASENI and to also to key into the programs and policies of the federal government as it makes this giant stride to the nation's prosperity that all of us so desire. So congratulations, NASENI, and Your Excellency, your presence here is also another testimony of the kind of smooth relationship that the executive branch and the legislative branch is having in this country. It's an uncommon relationship that you have instituted, and we hope that this kind of gesture from you and other members of the National Assembly will continue towards supporting our dear President to actualize his vision for Nigeria. Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and please key into the NASENI project. Thank you very much.
The Honorable Minister hit the nail on the head that what NASENI is doing is very uncommon. How can it be common when you have the uncommon Senate President here? Everything must be very, very uncommon. From the days he has been the governor of Akwa Ibom State, and I told him this very clearly in Lagos, after Obong architect Victor Atta, this man is the father of modern Akwa Ibom. Amazing. So thank you very much, sir, for your national service. We don't know where the next assignment will take you to. But right now, Nigeria is enjoying you. Thank you very much. So, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a former senator, a former DG of NTA, one of those showbiz impresarios. If you know Shalimar in those days, he brought them to Nigeria, but he also lost technology. The distinguished Senator Ben Murray Bruce is here. I welcome you. Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister for Petroleum Gas, Honorable Minister of State, Honorable Ekperipe Ekpo is here with us. Where are you, sir? I welcome you. And the Distinguished Senator Salihu Mustafa, Chairman, Senate Committee on Agriculture, is also here with us. I welcome you. Let me welcome the Honorable Minister of Gas, Minister of State for Gas. I hope you've been told that you're going to be telling us a few things in 2 minutes, because you looked at me with surprise. So I welcome you to the microphone, Honorable Minister.
Your Excellency, the Senate President of the 10th National Assembly, Honorable Commissioners, Honorable Ministers, the Home Minister, sorry about that, distinguished Senators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is a great day in the history of our country, Nigeria. And I salute the Executive Chairman for putting this together, the Minister of Science and Tech. We are keying into the dream of Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Like the Minister of Information mentioned, when he closed out on the oil subsidy, people were shouting, how are we going to make it? But we appreciate him for that bold step, that bold decision. He saw into the future, and he knows that the way of gas is the way to liberate this country. And when you look into what gas will bring about in Nigeria, you know that Nigeria is moving somewhere. I'm here because when you talk about CNG, you are talking about gas. And if gas is not available, you can't have compressed natural gas. So I'm here to declare my support to the Executive Chairman and to the entire sector that gas will be available. Mr. President, about a month ago, declared payment of legacy debt to gas producers, indicating that gas will be available at every level so that we can use it for the good of our country to drive our own economy. Yesterday we were in Lagos launching a CNG project. When you look at it, the content of the entire thing, you will see that Nigeria is moving somewhere. The amount that we would have spent in buying petrol, the liquid, and then you use it in buying gas, it is very reduced. And it will take you a longer distance. So what you are putting out today is to encourage our people to convert from petrol to CNG, so that at any point in time you have it and you can move the way you want to go. I see Nigeria moving forward, and I appreciate the initiative, and I want us to be patient with Mr. President for the decision that he has taken. It is for the good of this nation, it is for the good of our generation yet to come. So thank you very much, and I congratulate you on a day like this. Senate President, you are here is the demonstration of the fact that you are solidly behind Mr. President to carry out the reforms that will help this country to move from where it was yesterday to a better tomorrow. I appreciate you and all others that have come to identify with us in this very laudable project. Congratulations, and thank you, Nigerians. God bless us.
Honorable Minister in charge of gas, while he was speaking, I was actually looking at the MD of Portland Gas, Folajimi, and he was shaking his head and said, I agree totally, there will be gas for this project. So thank you very much. Let me also inform all of us and say thank you to Channels, NTA, and Silverbird for taking this event live. Well, we don't expect anything less where you have the Senate President with us. And so, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving from the executive arm to the legislative arm, and we shall be inviting the House Committee Chair on NASENI, Honorable Taufik Ajile-Soro. Did I get that? Ajile-Soro. I welcome you.
His Excellency, the President of the Senate, the Uncommon Senator, distinguished Godswin Akpabio, the Chairman of Committee on Senate on NASENI, Senator Ezenwa Onyubushi, Honorable Ministers of Ministry of Science and Technology, and all others ministers here present, the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, and other stakeholders here present. Ladies and gentlemen, still permit me to stand on well-established protocol. My name is Honorable Taufik Abimbola Ajile-Soro. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to the official presidential commissioning of the NASENI all-in-one compressed natural gas CNG, reverse engineering, training, filling, and conversion of this center in Otago, Abuja. Today marks another significant milestone in the development of our nations, as His Excellency, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has given attention and support to NASENI to realize our renewed hope agenda, aimed at repositioning Nigeria through science, technology, and innovation. This center will avail Nigerians the opportunity to have access to comprehensive training on the safe and efficient use of compressed natural gas CNG and promoting the adoption as a sustainable transportation fuel. Also, it will generate employment opportunity for teaming unemployment youth. And I hope EBC, when you mentioned that there will be training going on here, I hope you will start by selecting the teaming unemployment youth across 36 states, including FCT, for them to be the first beneficiary of this project. To the Executive Vice Chairman and his team, I extend heartfelt congratulations on this milestone achievement. Your tireless effort to promote innovations, technological advancements in Nigeria are truly commendable. Your Excellency, sir, I want to assure you that the House Committee on NASENI will employ all necessary legislative instruments readily available for us as adopted in this 10th House of Representatives agenda to support NASENI towards achieving its goals in the area of legislative framework, appropriation, and duty oversight. Thank you all. God bless Federal Government of Nigeria.
Thank you very much for that succinct yet very, very didactic goodwill message by the House Chairman on NASENI. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, I love that we are coming back to our own constituency, and it's on this note that I would like to introduce an astute politician and dogged lawmaker with a track record of quality representation. He is not only representing all the people of Imo East Senatorial District, he wears the cap of the Chairman, Senate Committee on NASENI. Please join me to welcome the very distinguished Senator Ezenwa Francis Onyewuchi for his goodwill message. Please, a resounding applause. Thank you.
Thank you. The Uncommon President of the Uncommon Senate, my boss, I welcome you. Distinguished senators here, Chairman House Committee, Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be here. Today is another first from NASENI as usual. The launching of the CNG Center, Compressed Natural Gas Center. Let me quickly commend the clarity of vision of Mr. President in encouraging and setting up this CNG Center. Let me also commend the young and vibrant EVC for job well done, you and your team. You know, each time I commend you and your team, and I always put you under pressure. You have said that to deliver to Nigerians, and today I'm proud of what you have achieved. Thank you very much. You see, the beauty of it is that this is our area of comparative advantage, gas, and we are utilizing what we have. I want you to also know that I represent Imo East, and when you talk about gas, you talk about Imo. Imo State has the highest deposit of gas in Nigeria. And with what I have seen here today, my people will be very happy and proud of the achievement of the federal government and NASENI. So I want to commend you, EVC. I want to thank Mr. President for what we are seeing here today. You have talked about other centers, and I want to encourage you to set up other centers in respective states. That will create employment, and that will bring what you're doing closer to the people. This is another source of energy, and clean energy at that. So we can't go wrong with the CNG. So once more, I want to say thank you, well done. And the Senate Committee will always be there to encourage you, to give you all the support, to make sure you are on top. You know, I promise you, you will always continue to be on top. We will encourage you to do so. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator Onyewuchi. We appreciate you. The Imo State, where you come from, is also very appreciative of what you represent. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, who's our special guest representing His Excellency the President, has touched virtually every area of government. If you say it's very hard for you to be a commissioner, he has said it. He knows what it means. If you say, okay, it's difficult to be a minister, he has been minister. He has been governor that turned around the state, repositioned and rebranded. Today, he is the 15th president of the Senate of Nigeria, and in everything that he does is absolutely uncommon. Let me welcome here the President of the Senate, Chairman of the National Assembly, representing His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please welcome here distinguished Senator Godswill Obot Akpan.
The Senate Committee Chairman on NASENI, Senator very distinguished Ezenwa Onyebuchi, the House Committee Chairman on NASENI, the Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of NASENI, distinguished Senator Salih Mustafa, and other senators who are here present, honorable ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the permanent secretary in the office of the Secretary to Government of the Federation. Let me recognize a very intelligent lady, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Energy Resources, recognizing also all members of the National Assembly, past and present. By that introduction, I'm referring to Maureen Ben Bruce. I'm happy to see you. The partners to that NASENI, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. You are hearing the voice of the Senate President for now. Very soon you will hear the voice of the innovator himself, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So since you are hearing the voice of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, I'd like to just answer two questions only. The award-winning MC said Senate President has been this, has been that, and we don't know where God takes him to after this. I would like to answer that after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I'll be retiring home to my children and my grandchildren. So I'm praying that God gives me good health so I can retire well to my home after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's tenure in the next 7 years. And then, of course, the second one, debatable, is the assertion of the chairman of the Senate Committee on NASENI, who said that it represents Imo East, and that Imo State has the highest reservoir of gas in Nigeria. I said, well, I don't think you're a mathematician. So go and find out the entirety of the soil of Akwa Ibom, from Eastern Obolo to everywhere, sitting on gas. The same thing with Rivers State, the same thing with Bayelsa. So as to who has more gas, we would know. But since you've already accepted, we like the contribution of Igbo East and your gas towards this project. So I thank you, but just to correct you, that may not be totally right. So I hope the press will not take that. Now you hear the voice of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Due to other state engagements, he holds this project very dear to his heart, and he has asked me to be here to represent him. And so I will go ahead to read Mr. President's speech. This is remarked by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, at the commissioning of the NASENI CNG reverse engineering, training, filling and conversion center at Otago in the Federal Capital Territory. It is my pleasure to be here with you today to inaugurate this multi-purpose CNG reverse engineering training, filling and conversion center here in the heart of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. When I assumed office as president a year ago, I outlined the mission of our administration. This includes the need to promote domestic manufacturing and lessen import dependency. I made the mission statement fully aware of the boundless potential that our dear country has to become a continental and global industrial and manufacturing giant. We have the talents, we have the know-how, and we have the market. Today, our country is home to the largest single train crude oil refinery in the entire world. And this is just the beginning, a glimpse of what is possible if we are determined. And I must say that we are determined. The National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, is a central player in the attainment of that grand vision of Nigerian industrialization. That is why it was one of the first agencies of the federal government where we put in place a new management team last year when we came on board. I appointed Khalil Halilu, the young man with the beard, as I call him, as the Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, to spearhead our reform agenda for that agency. I am pleased with the results so far. I'm also convinced that if we get it right with NASENI, we will get it right with Nigeria's industrialization program. This is the federal agency that has the mandate and the platform to drive the science, engineering, and industrial efforts of the federal government of Nigeria. I am therefore delighted to be here, not just as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but also as the Chairman of the Governing Board of NASENI, to witness the coming to fruition of this landmark project that is very much in line with the renewed hope agenda of my administration. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware that NASENI, under Halilu's leadership, has made it a priority to move from research and development of prototypes into delivering commercially viable products that will serve consumers in their homes, offices, industries, and farms across the nation. NASENI intends to be a leading national brand for high quality and affordable technology products. It has therefore become imperative for all federal government agencies to fully support NASENI by patronizing its products. What we are seeing here is the fulfillment of the vision of the founding fathers of NASENI to create an institution that is relevant and useful to the everyday life of people and to the Nigerian economy. It is also gratifying that NASENI is prioritizing collaboration, not competition, with the private sector. Indeed, the role of the government is to enable a synergy with the private sector, not to compete with the private sector. That is why NASENI's collaborative approach is very welcome and is a model that all federal government agencies are encouraged to emulate. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our administration's presidential initiative on compressed natural gas, CNG, is a flagship program by which we are actively supporting a private sector-led rollout of critical gas infrastructure to drive innovation and industrialization in our dear country. It is also a major contribution to our vision of fully harnessing our country's immense gas resources as we transit to net zero emission as envisaged by our Energy Transition Plan, ETPL. Let me say that we are equally focused on the full range of energy options for powering the Nigerian transport sector. So in addition to gas, electric vehicles are a major plank of our overall strategy. Again, I am aware that NASENI is championing efforts in this direction with an ambitious plan to develop and build lithium batteries in Nigeria, working with foreign partners. We can and we will make Nigeria an African hub of the global electric vehicle revolution. Fortunately for us, Nigeria is blessed with abundant deposits of lithium ore, a key mineral in the development of electric vehicles and electric batteries. We are putting a lot of work on the way to the full implementation of the CNG, and this event today is a testament to the success of our efforts. NASENI's contribution to the development of technical and human capacity for converting engines to CNG compliant engines. This demonstrates that we are a government that not only points out where we are headed, but also strives to lead by example. As chair of the governing board of NASENI, I will continue to provide the oversight and overall leadership for the attainment of NASENI's strategic launch pad and its aspirations. We will transform this energy agency into a model of public sector excellence, of public-private partnership. On these notes, I will now proceed to inaugurate this new NASENI CNG reverse engineering, training, filling and conversion center. God bless NASENI, its staff and management, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you for listening.
We appreciate you, Your Excellency, the President of the Senate. Thank you very much. Thank you.